Okay, so I was considering not streaming today because I haven't slept since yesterday, so I'm very tired. And I think I'm gonna stay here for 1 hour. Probably go to sleep early today, so I can start early tomorrow. And I've been running into a lot of problems, which is quite annoying. And probably if I can't figure out how to do this by tomorrow, uh, by Monday, then I'm gonna try to see if there's an easier way because I need to deploy this as fast as possible. To just change the networks and make it work. The biggest issue is that all the components are together, are nested into one into the other. So I had to put a bunch of components on the other one, on one project from this one. And then all these other components require a bunch of different libraries as well. So I had to install a bunch of them that I didn't have here. And then a bunch of them gave me some problems. And the issue is, thanks for the follow. And the issue is I can't. I might have to delete some files or maybe start from scratch on some of the files because the problem is I have to run the application in order to see what's happening with the code, the UI, to be able to see things. But I can't do that if I have some pages that are not working, and that's the problem. And now the issue that I'm having here is that he used this operator, which is the coalescent operator, when he was creating the library for if hooks. And the problem is that Babel can't compile this because of this operator. And as far as I understood how it works is pretty much if you have something like this where you have the R operator and the difference between this and this is that the coalescent operator is gonna return 0 and this one is gonna return true. So the R operator denies any value that is falsy, but the coalescent operator just denies null or undefined. And that's basically the difference between them. But the compiler doesn't work, so yeah. So now I'm trying to find a way to fix it, and I installed this and it didn't work. There's also another page that tells you to remove the development here because it's probably one of these conditions here that make it fail, but I tried that and also that didn't work. I deleted the node modules file and then cleaned the cache and installed again and it didn't work, so I'm trying to see if I can make it happen. I think there might be a way to do it without using if hooks, but using the Web3 model. I think if I can make it, if it's taking too long, then I'm just gonna try to reduce as much as possible the components that I'm using from the other project. And I'm just gonna use the Web3 model for the connection. And I was thinking about I can also remove the button I have on the navigation and exchange that for the account component from the other project, this one, which he uses on the main page to connect the application. He uses here to connect the account. So I was thinking about passing all of this stuff as props in the navigation and then putting the account inside of the navigation. And this networks display as well, but the networks displays might be better to put here. And that's the thing that I'm not sure, because then I'm gonna have to, if I put the network display in the navigation, I'm gonna have to pass a bunch of props into the navigation. And I'm not sure if that's the best way to do it. Probably not. So, yeah. But if it doesn't work, maybe I can remove the account. This account component, and the thing is that you kind of need the network display, network switch, I think, and those components involve all the other components, which is the problem. But there are definitely easier ways to do this, I think. So I'm probably gonna delete all of this stuff and then try the easiest ways if this doesn't work or it takes too long. So I can move on into the other things. I can deploy this at least with GitHub. If I build a backend, I'm not gonna be able to host on GitHub, so I'm gonna have to find a way to host it. But my main priority is to deploy first with GitHub, just so I have something, a link to show, and then after that I can think about building a backend and working on the other stuff. But these kinds of problems that I was talking about, this is why it's very difficult to have a deadline, because you never know what you're gonna encounter and how long it's gonna take to solve the problem, because it's probably impossible to code all of these libraries yourself. There's over 14,000 files last time I looked in the project, and obviously most of these files come from dependencies. And obviously, if I'm gonna code all of that by myself, it's pretty much impossible, or it would take a long time. So that's kind of the issue, that building these things, because then you reach a roadblock, and then that might, because that's under the surface and there's a whole ocean behind that, and you might have to spend a bunch of time navigating through that ocean to find the solution, depending on what problem it is, and that's why it's kind of unpredictable how fast you can build these things. Really depends on whether or not something is gonna break like this. I don't understand what any of this means, so. It's the same page. And this doesn't work as well. I tried that and it didn't work. I also tried to remove only the last one, Chrome, but it didn't work as well. The other thing I can do is just delete this specific file. The problem is that it's the index file, so I think it's the main file from the other components. And the other thing that I could do is, which I did as well, which delete the line that has the coalescence operator, or change for the OR operator, but that can cause a lot of problems in the future. If I start building on top of that, and then for some reason later on down the line, something breaks, then it might be a very big problem, because then will lose or have to redo all the work that I built on top of this. So I'm considering just deleting this if hooks library and trying to do it without it. Hmm. What file is this? The ts config module JSON, but it's probably not here. And the package.json doesn't have completion target. Oh, mine doesn't have this, I think. There's hard hat config, but where at the root? I don't see it. This is from hard hat, so maybe it's a different installation, or yeah, that's the thing. Why though? Maybe it's just for the React native programs. Yeah, it's not actually. That's probably why. but is a different command to create React app with TypeScript project. Oh, so maybe I should look into the difference between... That's probably why I'm getting this mistake then. Because I'm trying to incorporate TypeScript stuff into a JavaScript problem, let's say. Well, the thing is, from what I remember, this repository wasn't the TypeScript version, was supposed to be the JavaScript version of the if scaffold if project. So it in my mind should work with... Well, let me see if this has the file there. No, this has yarn, but it doesn't have that file. Oh, but that's not the main, I think. But anyway, you can see the file here. No, I'm trying to incorporate some stuff from this project into my project. And the compilation doesn't work because of this operator here. The coalescence operator. And then so far from what I saw, people said that the problem might be these development variables here, but I tried to delete this and delete the node modules and then reset the cache and do npm install again and try again, and it didn't work. I tried only removing the Chrome as well, and it didn't work. And I tried installing this Babel plugin for compiling this stuff, but it also doesn't work. I installed this one. Or maybe I should do this. TypeScript is JavaScript with type notation, from what I know. Yeah, if I have to use WSL, it's not gonna work. Yeah. But the issue is that the Babel compiler is not compiling the coalescence operator. That's why it breaks down. There's this forum here, I don't know how to say this, but it's a known error, but this solution here doesn't seem to work for me. At least from what I tried so far. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I'm not sure. And it's because I'm using an external dependency that comes from the scaffold if project that the other guy created, and I guess that's why it doesn't work. Drop cra. What is cra? Cra. And switch to TS. Create React. Yeah, but now it's too late. I already have the whole project from because I'm starting from the other project that I already did and getting things from another project to incorporate on my project. Because pretty much the network that I'm trying to use is different. On the original project, I was using another network. And then I'm trying to switch to another. So I was using Silo, and I'm trying to switch to Polygon. And in order to do that, you have to change the connection from the front end in the how you connect the wallet to the front end. And that's why I'm studying this other project, trying to incorporate this stuff from his project into mine to be able to connect people. But if it doesn't work, I'm gonna delete the files from these if hooks that he developed, and I'm gonna try to do it without any of those libraries. And hopefully that will work, but I don't think it's ideal. I think it's better if I can figure out how to do it, but it doesn't look like I will be able to, at least in time. That's the issue. Yeah, thank you. Or I can just go to the file as well and then change all the operators to our operators, but that might break things, which is a problem. Oh, no worries. Yeah, I have no experience with Next. I heard it's very similar with React though. But yeah. The issue is that I have deadlines to do stuff. So that's the problem. And that was my biggest, and it still is my biggest concern with this whole Buildspace project. It's you have the timeline, but then you can get into problems like this where you have no idea how long it's gonna take to solve it. And obviously, I can choose something a lot easier and just deploy it, but then you would be shitty. So let it handle whatever you need. It's React with a hint of magic. Yeah. I tried this solution as well. It doesn't work. Something why though? I think this might solve, but it's kind of hard for me to understand. I'm very sleepy as well. So React app packages webconfig.json. I don't think I'm gonna have this file. Thousands of dApps and billion of lines only to build simple React app. Yeah, I don't have enough experience to comment, I think. This is the stuff that I built. So maybe it's on node modules, bubble preset. I think it has something to do with the loader because of the error message, and it's probably the stuff that they are talking about. Oh, this probably. Well, maybe this one. Oh, I've heard about this file as well. I hate when the VS Code does this. I close the file and then it goes through the other one that was open. This pisses me off. So I guess this is done when you create the app. It's kind of hard to understand though what files it's gonna build and where can I find the folder to change this stuff if that's what's causing the problem in the first place. I think a good idea might be if I try to run this one, because I didn't try to run this one first. I was just using this one to run the other ones. Maybe there was another instruction there as well that I forgot. Yeah, I didn't do. Oh, I also used npm. I didn't do this yarn chain here, but I guess this is just for the hard hat chain. Also, I think I can change the package .json and then reinstall the things again, maybe, and that can solve it. You need to make sure your code is being transpiled with Babel. So where can I see which one I'm using? Also, the scaffold runs. It's not on this file, so it's probably. I'm not sure, actually, if it is on this one. It has to be somewhere here. I just don't know. It's probably on the package.json. And there's no bevel here, so this one seems to be working fine. So, oh, maybe I should open this package.json from this one and see the difference. I can just copy this into here as well. So look like the web vital is different. These versions are different as well. The React is the same. Wait, why didn't I think about this before? I was installing them one by one manually based on what I needed. I could just copy this page and move it to here. Oh, but it's using the same production as well. Browser list. So it can't be that. Oh, maybe it's this thing here. Types React. I want to make sure that I keep these scripts here because it makes it a lot easier to deploy to GitHub later. So maybe I just copy this one separately from the others, and the rest I just copy the whole file. Let me think though. Should probably try to understand as well. The issue is that I don't have any time. The faster that I can do this, the better, because then I can start working on other stuff, on actually changing everything else, which is gonna take a lot of time as well. Because I'm very concerned about the smart contracts, and I'm not sure how hard it's gonna be, because I haven't looked at the other projects yet. And obviously, if I don't have the smart contracts, then I can't really deploy. I guess I can deploy the front end, but it's not gonna be. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm gonna do. Last case, if I can't finish by the timeline, I'm just gonna deploy it with simple smart contracts first, and then improve it later. But ideally, I have as much as possible by Thursday next week. And the issue with this is that I would have to create the whole project from the beginning, I think, if I wanted to use this. It's definitely solvable, but quite annoying. Hmm. So I guess I don't have TypeScript. Maybe that's the problem on VS Code. But that doesn't make sense to me. Shouldn't be the problem. I think the problem is the Babel stuff on this repo here. Explains what is wrong. Let me try the easiest solution first, and then I'll see what I'll do later if it doesn't work. So I'm just gonna copy one by one this stuff here from here to here. Always try the easiest solution first. Development. Here. It's exactly the same. What? I guess it has to be uh lowercase. And now I wonder if I have to. I'll probably delete the thing again and try to reset the delete the node modules. Yeah, so that's the issue here, I think. Because I created the app with the normal creative React app and I should use template TypeScript, but since I already had the project before, so hopefully by reinstalling all the dependencies it will change, but if not, then I think I'll just delete the files that are giving problems so I don't spend a lot of time on this. Where was the stuff telling the command to run? No. Something, or maybe I have stored here the command. Okay, yeah, this one. npm cache clean force. I think it's gone. So let's run that and then npm install. And hopefully it works. And I have to stop this one as well. So this was the page. I think I'm also gonna try to hmm. The root project. I don't understand what it means by that. I think I have 2 different React versions somehow, but I only have one package.json file in the root project. So I don't understand what's going on. Maybe it's the graph, but it should be 2 separate things. And it doesn't make sense. Or maybe it's on this, but can I? What the hell is going on? I should also delete this file because I created this following the tutorial to use Morales, but I'm not gonna use Morales, I think. I'm gonna use the graph. Yeah, but now it's a problem because I have no idea where's this conflict coming from. Maybe it's just this, but I don't understand why on this one it works. Oh, maybe it's the scripts here. npm node yarn. Let's put npm. But it is not. It doesn't make sense to be these scripts because it's something to do with the React version. So and the scripts should only be affected when you run. Well, but let me see the npm start there. Oh, but I'm using install, not start. That's the thing. It should be exactly the same as this one because I just copied everything. Let me see here. Dependencies. Yeah, React, same one. It is the same, but it's this exactly the same thing. It's probably not gonna work again. I don't understand how it's wrong. How it's giving me this error if I clean the cache as well. I deleted this stuff and cleaned the cache. And from the error messages, it seems like it's an error on the dependency where I'm using some version of React that doesn't work with this version of this dependency here for some reason, but is exactly the same as this one. And on this one, it works with no problem, so... Oh, I'm actually not running this from... this might be the difference actually, because I'm running this one from... Oh, actually not. Let me think. Yeah, I'm running from this package.json, not the... Yeah, but installation shouldn't make the difference, I think. Because I believe I did, or maybe I didn't. Maybe I installed on this directory as well, on this one. And obviously on this one I'm using Yarn because he uses Yarn. There might be a difference there. The problem is I don't have no idea what this does, so... But I guess I can try and see what happens. I forgot to change the... Hopefully it wasn't echoing. I don't think it was. I think I'm gonna stop here. It's 1 hour. I'm really tired. But it looks like I'm gonna have to delete all these files and do it without them. Delete the if. I'm not gonna use the if hooks probably. It's probably gonna be the easiest solution if I can't figure this out. And obviously, I wasn't expecting to spend a lot of time trying to figure this out because the challenge is supposed to be after this, improving all the other stuff. This is supposed to be the easiest part, and it should be a lot easier if I just, instead of trying to integrate in this more complicated way, if I just added the connection with using the window object in a more simple way, or using another hook, and then just ignoring all these other components from the other project. Should be easier, I think. Yeah, but I think I'll stop here. I'll continue to work this off stream. I'm probably gonna rest soon, and then I'm probably gonna come back tomorrow or Monday and continue to do this. So see you then.